I'll tell you a quick story, if you don't mind, Honorable Head, for me to walk a bit this way because I can see people this side. A story is told about a young man, sick, and they asked the pastor, who happened to be myself, and they said, we want to let him go, we think he's getting better. So I went to the hospital and I said to him, I said, why? He says, I'm writing a book. And you know that if someone was sick in the mind and they begin to write a book, you know they're getting better, right? So what's the book called? And he says the book is entitled The King Rode His Horse from Harare to Bulawayo. It's a pretty normal title for someone who was going crazy. So again, I sat with him, how many pages does your book have? Because my book has got 500 pages. Well done, that sounds pretty cool. Tell me something, on page 1, what did you write? At this point, I was signing his papers and we started to walk out because I was convinced he was healed and he was okay. So I said, what's on page 1? He says, on page 1, I wrote, Kuti, the king rode his horse from Harare to Bulawayo. Now, you know that if someone was mad and their book is entitled, The King Rode His Horse from Harare to Bulawayo, and the first page says, The King Rode His Horse from Harare to Bulawayo, you know they're getting better, right? So I was very impressed as we walked. I say to him, what's on the last page? And he says, the last page says, the king arrived in Bulawayo and his horse was very tired. Now, you know that if someone was mad before and they're writing a book and the book is entitled, The King Rode His Horse from Harare to Bulawayo, and the last page says that the king arrived in Bulawayo and his horse was tired, you know that person is getting better, don't you? And so I said, I was impressed. I signed his papers, we handed him at the reception, and we began to walk to the car park. And just before I left, and before he got onto the bus that was going to take him, I said, by the way, what's between page 1 and page 500? And he says, oh yes, by the way, I wrote, Gidhi, 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 Gidhi. Some of you will get that tomorrow, it's fine. Why do I tell that story? Why is it important today? Why do I tell that story? Particularly the ladies of Bonda, of St. David's. The moment you come into this school as a Form 1, and the moment you leave as an Upper 6, in between the Form 1 and the Form 6 is your Gidhi, 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 Gidhi. You right now are writing the story of your life. And I speak to students and young people all over the world. I know I look a little bit old, but I'm young. In fact, no, I know I look young, but I'm old. Let me say, put it that way.